What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. So recently, a lot of EA Game Changers and invited press were able to take part in a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order preview event where they got to play the game for about 3 hours each. And today, I'll be gathering all the new news and information I found exciting in one video for your convenience. And can I just say, wow. This game is looking better all the time. There were a lot of areas of concern that I feel have been eased over after this preview. If there is a content creator or media outlet I reference in this video, I will include their channels in a link in the description below for sourcing, so please go check them out, give them some love, because without them, this video wouldn't be possible. And if I missed any information, please let me know in the comment section down below. Today I want to go over a few things I found most impressive about the gameplay that was shown off and reported, along with how these things are calming our fears and hesitations about this game. First of which being the story's length. Now, like I said, these content creators and outlets got to play the game for about 3 hours a person. There were 3 planets that were available in the demo held at EA. The demo is set in the earlier parts of the game, while not being at the very beginning, so this allowed the players to gain a sense of the gameplay and the story, but without too much context. The general consensus around this demo with these parameters is that the game will be a beefy experience. While nothing like a 100+ hour JRPG, it will be more in line with similar third-person action-adventure games like Uncharted, God of War, and so on. A lot of the coverage I've seen, these players couldn't even explore all that was available to them. If I had to put a finger on it, looking at all that I personally have seen from these guys, it looks like the game is going to be about 25 to a 30-hour game if you consider all the areas to explore and items to unlock. Sure, you could probably blast through it in speedrun of sorts to finish it in the lowest difficulty in a much less time than that, but the average player and collector, I would expect about a 25-hour gameplay session. Which brings me to my next point, collecting. One of my major worries personally were the customization options and anything being locked behind a paywall or anything of that nature. Well, according to Eckhart's Ladder, aside from the pre-order bonuses, everything is unlockable through gameplay, which is a huge relief to me and I'm sure a huge relief to many of you. He even discusses how several components can be customizable on your lightsaber, so not just the hilts and colors, but materials and items used to craft it as well. This sounds really complex, more than I would have hoped for, and honestly, really cool that they thought of this. Now, we aren't in the clear just yet with this. Who knows? EA might add something similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey and that XP buyout, but honestly, I think the only thing I see being monetized at this point would be a DLC pack or something. Who knows? It's really unknown. We won't know until we get our hands on the game. Still, being able to change the look of Cal with clothing options, give BD1 a fresh paint job, and upgrade force powers how we want to progress, it's all really great. And to not have to worry about a paywall for that, I'm on board. Another worry a lot of us have was the lack of dismemberment, meaning cutting off limbs of your opponents in the game. Well, Star Wars Explained talked about how dismemberment is in fact there, just not on anything human. I don't know if that means that anything resembling human is off limits or not, like any sort of creatures that are bipedal in nature, or are we talking that we can just cut off limbs of larger creatures that don't resemble humans at all? But the fact that dismemberment is there is a nice touch. Still, not slicing off a stormtrooper arm every now and again will be kind of a sad experience for me. Speaking of cutting with your lightsaber, it appears as though combat will be very intense. A lot of people throw around the term, "it's just like Dark Souls," but seriously guys, this does appear to be set up very similarly. I'm talking intimate combat with no more than a few stormtroopers at a time, parrying blaster fire to return the bolt back to an enemy, even resting areas akin to campfires for save points and kind of reserving your resources. I'm starting to really see why the comparisons between this game and Dark Souls are being made. It's kind of uncanny at this point. Now, I alluded to this earlier, but I want to talk about how upgrading the force powers and abilities seems to be handled in this game. So we've seen a lot of the E3 footage of skill trees and branching paths to learn new force powers and abilities, but after this demo, it seems as though this has all been changed just a bit. So now it looks like it's not going to be so much of an upgrade form of experience. While I'm sure XP still comes into effect somehow, it's starting to seem like major force powers will be learned through Cal remembering his past teachings at a key point when hunting for relics of his past. This makes much more sense thematically and gameplay wise too. It really does push the Metroid style unlockable system even more. One more thing I want to add in before I go is that Respawn announced on Twitter today, Jedi Fallen Order has officially gone gold. So the release date, yes, is on November 15th, so I hope you guys are excited for it. And on Twitter, they recently announced as a celebration for the game going gold, if you pre-order the game now before November 15th, is that if you pre-order now, you do get an extra bonus of the Gold Squadron Stinger Mantis, which is the ship that you fly in the game. Really cool that they're adding even more on top just for pre-ordering the game. Well, that's about it for me today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're as excited as I am to sink your teeth into this game. I totally get why some folks might still be hesitant about this game though, so comment below if this video at all changed your opinion on this game. Remember to go check out the links in the description for even more coverage on this event, and until next time, my friends, I'll see you online. Vanilla Soup out.